We have new details in the deadly shooting that took the life of Atlanta rapper Trouble.
This morning, arrest warrants are giving us more insight into the moments leading up to his death.
The new developments are coming a little more than 24 hours after police arrested that murder suspect.
Molly Oak joining us in studio this morning with the latest on the investigation and some new details coming out of that warrant.
And once we got our hands on those arrest warrants, it gives us a bit of a clearer picture of what led up to the death of Atlanta-based rapper Morel Orr, also known as Trouble. They say the man charged with murder, Jamichael Jones, and his girlfriend of 3 years broke up about a week ago. The woman told deputies that she and Jones previously lived together, but that he left after she says he hit her during an argument. In the warrants, investigators say Jones went to his ex-girlfriend's apartment in Conyers early Sunday morning and forced his way in. That's where he, in the warrants, investigators told deputies that she and Jones previously lived together, but that he left after she says he hit her during an argument. In the warrants, investigators say Jones went to his ex-girlfriend's apartment in Conyers early Sunday morning and forced his way in. That's where he found his ex and Orr asleep in a bed. After allegedly punching her in the face and fighting with Orr, warrants say Jones pulled a gun, shot Orr in the chest, and then left the apartment complex 7 minutes later.
You already know, it's BC, anything for plans don't make sense. I gotta touch on this Trouble situation because there's a lot of trouble when you don't vet women. We don't figure out how many bodies they have. We don't figure out the type of guy that they're used to dating or the type of people, period. You don't know if these people that they even kept up with their hygiene. And she was giving out blows. And she was, having unprotected sex with these individuals who don't even keep up with their health. It's imperative that you think about these things while you're talking to women. Going over women's houses, but she's still giving other guys hope. Because hope is a powerful thing. To a simp, all a simp need is for that woman every now and again, to check in on them and say, hey, how you doing? Or, I need your advice on this. Or, I'm still going to keep you around as a friend. A simp still thinks that he's attached to this woman in some type of way. Still thinks that this is still my woman. Instead of looking at the situation for what it is, they're still attached because all they need is the smallest minuscule thing that's frivolous or trivial to keep them going on with that woman. And that woman doesn't care because if she knows that she's dealing with somebody who has mental health issues or troublesome, background, and they're still entertaining them, they're not caring about you because they'll bring you around that same place, that same environment. That person knows where they live, knowing they got a stalker in their hands, knowing they got an individual who has threatened them in the past. Not saying that you're not a tough guy, that you can't handle yourself, but how you gonna know an enemy you haven't seen? If you've never seen this enemy, how do you even know how to prepare yourself? Because women like that do not care about their well-being, let alone yours, let alone their children. They'll literally have children around these men, different types of men, and wonder why their kids ended up a certain way or their personalities screwed up, behavior patterns. It's really imperative that you vet women, that you dive in intricately, and that you understand what type of individual that they're used to dating so you can avoid these situations going to somebody's apartment when they going to sleep and waking up with a bullet in your chest. Start vetting women. You should have standards as a man. Just because somebody has a nice body does not mean that they qualify to just be in your life. But men have to start shortchanging themselves. Us as men have to really, really start putting yourself on a pedestal like you do these women. Put yourself on a pedestal. We have to start doing this because these are situations you're going to run into.